Willie D Live.
Shaglina. Do you remember? Remember what I'm talking about? Because it was impromptu.
I think so.
Okay.
I don't recall it 100%.
Okay.
I can't remember 100% her name.
Let me see if I can jog your memory. Her name was Shaglina. Shaglina.
Yo, I know the girl that was sitting right here. Yeah.
Okay, so, and then there was another girl named Maida.
Yes.
And he was like, God damn. He said, y'all names sound like a disease and a cure. he was like, yo, man, I got this damn Shaglina, man. Well, you better go over there and get you some Maida.
Right.
That was hilarious, man.
Thank you, dog.
That is the difference between a comedian and a dude who just tells jokes.
Yeah.
Just a funny dude. That's the difference.
I say this often, man. I kind of use sports analogies in terms of what we do in the comedy game because, it is a form of entertainment, both of them. And I always say, listen, man, you could be a Hall of Fame award-winning quarterback who just stays in the pocket. And by that, I mean...
Tom Brady?
Like guys who do comedy who stick to the script. Yeah. They got their playbook. They jokes they written down, they memorized. You can just do that, stay in the pocket, and be successful and considered one of the best. But if you can Michael Vick it and do crowd work, say fuck the playbook, go off the dome.
Yeah.
It adds another level to your game.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of comedians who, when they get on that stage, they hear. They don't leave the pocket. Yeah. They stay with the material, what they know, what they memorize. And I pride myself on being able to have potent material, but also if I go, you know what, let me put the material away and just go for it.
Yeah.
My crowd work vicious, man. Yeah. So you know what I mean? So I like the Michael Vick it, man.
Yeah, that was dope, man. I was like, I haven't seen but a few comedians who could really do that and nail it. Like a lot of comedians, they know how to pivot when somebody is saying something in the crowd or whatever.
Yeah.
And usually if a comedian's on that stage and he's saying something to someone in the crowd, it pretty much don't matter what he says. People gonna laugh because people just come to laugh anyway.
Maybe.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. I'm saying pretty much.
Yeah.
A lot of times people just want to laugh. So soon as a comedian can just say, "Hey man, where you going?" And everybody's they start laughing because they know you're about to go in on them, right?
Right.
So they start laughing immediately, even if the follow up ain't really that funny. It's just the idea that you're messing with people in the crowd.
Right.
People start laughing, but that was genius.
Oh, thank you, brother.
That was comedy.
Thank you, man.
And that's what I really appreciate about comedians. The really good ones know how to do that. They know how to improvise. They know how to pivot like effortlessly.
Yeah, I think it's part of it's part of the skill set, man. Like sports, man, boxing. Styles make fights. Everybody's style. Whether if you're a political comic, a blue comic. A storyteller, you do voices. There's some guys that only do one or two things well, or maybe do one thing. Yeah. But I'm a Michael Jordan fanatic, so I don't want no weaknesses in my game. You know what I mean? I want to be able to go. I can go political. I can go blue. I can tell a story. I do voices. I can improvise. I want my skill set to be tight.
Yeah, and you got all of that, man, and But here's the deal, man. Like when you're on that Instagram, sometimes you can be excessively pugnacious.
What's pugnacious mean?
They're quick to argue.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, you man, you be going in, man.
You know what, dude? But listen, for me, it's like two things. One, it feels like I'm in the gym. They keep me on my toes because I feel like if we're gonna play the game of can you outthink me? Can you out-slick me? Can you out-talk me? So if by doing it, I don't take it as seriously as some people might think, and I'm trying to ease back on it because I don't want to get suspended. My account was suspended before, so I'm just it's a playful thing for me because I feel like it keeps me on my toes and keeps me sharp just to know that I can outwit you. Like you said, what? Well, top this. You know what I'm saying? So for me, it's like Scarface balcony scene. You know what I mean? Yeah. I'm shooting 1,000 Colombians, man. You know what I mean? Come on. You know what I mean? I like to play with my food before I eat it.
And you've been playing with your food, man, for about as long as I can remember. Like, I mean, we're talking, you started when you were 14 years old. That is incredible. To be able to do stand-up and get people to pay to see you at 14 years old.
Yeah. Well, I probably started really getting paid by the time I was 16.
Well,
Those first
so they
couple
was getting
years.
over on you. You know, you were showing up in venues where people were paying to see comedy.
Yes.
But they just wasn't paying you.
Well, not necessarily they weren't paying. I mean, they were paying me, but it was like a couple $100 here and
few
there.
crumbs, yeah.
Yeah, a little
Thanks
bit of
for your
crumbs.
time.
Yeah. But yeah, I really started earning it probably by the time I was 18, 17, 18.
Yeah. So who was handling your business when you were 14 getting on that stage?
My mother, she would take me to the clubs because I wasn't, legally supposed to be in there.
Right.
So, without an adult. So she would take me and, take me from gig to gig at night and kind of help shape me that way.
Yeah. Man, you've done so much in the comedy space. I don't really think that people really understand how deep your talents go, and how much stuff that you've done. Like, I was just checking out the Jerry Maguire the other day, and when you played, what's his name? Cuba Gooding.
Yes, his brother.
Right?
Yeah.
Cuba and you, did y'all develop a friendship doing that? Or how did that go?
Listen, man, God bless him, but Cuba's a white boy at heart.
Yeah.
Likes hockey.
Yeah.
Nigga, he got an SUV and he put police sirens in it, and police horns.
Okay.
And I just thought, with what our history has been with the popo, as a black man, why would you do that?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, what part of that is amusing to you? So, he, of course, and I know people might turn an eyebrow to me saying this, but, because you're supposed to love who you love, be with who you be with, but got a white woman, you know what I mean? So, I mean, between the hockey, the white woman, and the police sirens, you know what I mean?
Well, Cuba did play in Boys in the Hood.
Okay.
I mean, that was very convincing.
Yeah, I mean, he's an actor.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's an actor. So any actor worth his weight is going to be able to, fill the void. But that don't mean that that's who you are.
But he's a damn good actor, though.
He is.
He's a
damn good actor.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Have you been following that case? The Me Too, they tried to Me Too Cuba.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if he's innocent or guilty.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've from what I know about it,
Yeah. I saw a video, and it was like he was up on the chick, and the chick was like with him, and then she left, and then she came back, got hooked up again, and I'm like, okay, if you did something inappropriate, shouldn't you just like distance yourself from this guy for life?
Yeah,
But anyway, good luck to Cuba. I wish him success. He did good also in that movie, American Gangster. He played the hell out of that.
That's one of my favorite.
Nicky
Barnes. That's one of my favorite Denzel movies. I don't know that I liked him in that role. Or certainly it was either that or I felt like they didn't give him enough to work with.
You don't think so?
I think it was. I would have liked to have seen. I know it was about Frank Lucas, but I would have liked to have seen him maybe interact a little bit more with Denzel, give us a little bit more.
Denzel would have had to kill him, man. He was too.
Listen, that
Cuba
scene
was wild in that movie.
That scene where he went to confront him about changing it from blue magic and doing what he was doing. I thought it was about to pop off.
Right.
I was waiting for that.
Yeah.
I thought every time Denzel went, my man, that was almost like the signature. Like I'm fitting to clip you now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like when Denzel confronted him and he was all in agreement, and then Denzel was like, "Yeah, but just don't be."
Yeah, just don't let me catch you. And then he said, "Catch me." I don't know if I like these words. Stretch more, please, and you blah blah. Yeah, he was. I could see where. That's what I'm saying. There wasn't enough meat on that bone. Like if they would have gave him some more moments like that, then I would have been like, "Oh, okay." But it seemed like it started to go somewhere, and then that was it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe that's all that was needed to get what they wanted
Right.
from that character.
Right.
But he played the role brilliantly.
I mean, really, that was the one scene. I think the scene before that, he might have had a line or two, but that was that the bulk of that. What that scene was, that was it for him.
Yeah, that was one of those Clifton Powell moments. You know how
Clifton
Clifton
Powell.
Powell steals scene after scene after scene. Clifton Powell, that played in
Oh,
Friday.
is it Clifton? Is his name Clifton? I know it's Clifton, but is it Powell?
I think is it Powell?
I don't know if it's Powell or not.
I think it is.
My man Cuddy, Dead Presidents.
Yeah,
I just posted something today. I posted that clip from Dead Presidents.
yeah.
When he rolled up on the Reds tape and his lady in the car and he's sucking on that lollipop.
Yeah, hold on. I just had it.
Yo, Clifton's a bad boy.
I just had it. Clifton. Can't believe I feel like I'm disrespecting the man. The man done so much work, put in so much work.
Yeah, if I'm going to type in cast of Dead
I
Presidents.
got it right.
Oh, it's Clifton Powell?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a bad boy, man.
Yeah, cold-blooded with it.
Yeah.
Cold-blooded with it. Gonna steal the scene. I would not want, if I was to ever do a biopic, he would have to be the main character. Otherwise, he would steal the show. Like,
Oh yeah, listen, and very rarely can people do both. He could do comedy and drama.
exactly.
Because when he
And
played
be
Pinky,
totally believable.
man,
in
that
each role.
Pinky role, and like I said, him as Cuddy and Dead Presidents.
Yeah.
Everything he does is solid.
Yeah.
I loved him in Ray.
Yeah.
Everything he does is solid, man, and a good dude too. Good dude.
Do you think that you could play a role where you can, like, really cry, let it out, cry?
I that would be a great challenge, man.
Yeah.
I always say, I've done drama, and there have been people who have said, yo, you can act. But when I look at Denzel and John Q, that crying moment where he's learning about his son and he's sitting there with the beautiful black actress, I wish I knew her name, but that plays his wife in it. And they both sitting there tearing up, and he's trying to maintain strength for her in that moment. And the way I go, I don't know that I could do that. That's acting. That lets me know I don't think I'm, you know what I mean?
When you can take a role and you can, like, make that role relatable to the people that's watching, because everybody had to think to themselves, would I go that far for my child?
Right.
I thought about it, and I'm saying, I'm like, man, I'm really different because I would.
Yeah.
And he was like, man, cut me off, take mine. You wouldn't take mine.
Right,
You
right.
can't find a heart, take mine.
Right.
Whoo, man.
Right.
Like, man, that
Right.
was gangster.
And a lot of people that wouldn't go that far, like, motherfucker, grades ain't even that good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was heavy, man.
Yeah.
That's some heavy stuff. You one of those comedians, man, that people recognize everywhere you go. People recognize you, but it's like, do you feel appreciated?
By the people, yes.
Yeah.
By the industry, no.
Right.
Again, I'm going to a sports thing.
Yeah.
I always say it feels like there's, in boxing terms, there's the people's champ and then there's the paper champ. You ideally you'd like to be both. I think Kevin Hart is both. The people love him, but the industry loves him. So he's good on paper and in the streets.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the people's champ. I get love from people, and it's really heartfelt and genuine. But the industry, I don't think the industry likes to fuck with me.